And that's what we have here. Let's talk a little bit about downloading maps. In particular, we're going to download a raster map, which is a pixelated map, something you're used to. I'm going to take a look a little bit at prerequisites. Before you download maps, there are a few things you should look at. As far as settings, there's a lot of things here you don't need to worry about so much, but map storage is, if you have an external SD card with a lot of room, that's usually the one you want to pick, and that's usually something you would want to pick before you do any downloads. If you don't have external SD card, do not choose it. Just keep it on an internal, as is the default for downloads. The other thing you want to make a note of, you are going to need a membership in order to download maps, and what level of membership is determined by the type of maps here. We have some maps that are bronze. You can see a symbol here. We have some maps that are silver. And we have one map here, in particular the map we're using, that is gold. So you would need a gold membership to download gold, silver, bronze, and a silver membership to download silver and bronze, or just a bronze membership to download everything else. And you can get an idea of that from the map suggestions here. So fortunately, if I look at my membership, I have a gold membership, valid for a little while longer. And that will allow me to download some maps. Okay, we need to push this button first before you find the download map. If for any reason you don't see download map, it might be because you're in offline mode already, and you won't see it because you're not going to be able to download maps if you're assuming you have no internet. So we're going back to online mode in order to download that. And we get a list of steps here, a tutorial how we're downloading maps and what kind of controls we use. Something to note here is you can tap the squares, but you can also control the size of the squares in download clear, or set the max zoom as far as how much detail you want. We're going to see what all of these things say. Okay, so we can, maximum size here is zoom level 15. Some maps may have more. You could dial that back, but most people want a good amount here, 15. Well, you're seeing some squares here on the screen, the grid. You can change the size of the grid, if you want some really big squares to download. But you can also change it to 11, so you have some smaller squares to download. Once you start collecting some of these squares, it's going to start estimating the amount of size, and this is a wild guess, so you don't actually know how big these are until we download them. And in this case, you can choose to download. Prepares to download, and you see a banner here across the screen that you are indeed starting to download. Other thing you should note, that even if you're not in the app, you can see here where you have a download that is in progress, and you can get an idea of how much progress you're making. Okay, so these downloads are complete, and the important thing is, once those downloads are complete, you can take it back to offline mode. Zoom in a little bit here, and we're able to see the things that we've downloaded, and basically nothing else, even though we're offline. And this is what you'll see if you're out in the woods, you put this in offline mode. If you wanted to download more things, you can go back to online mode. But in order to see what you already have downloaded, here's a little trick you'll want to keep in mind. You start a download map process again, and these tiles here that are yellow are at least partially downloaded from before. And in that case, you could actually delete them. You don't need this one anymore. You could delete that one. And unlike previous versions, this is a pretty instantaneous operation. We've deleted one of those, and you could download and get another one if you wanted. And that's what a download is. Thank you.